Hey, what's up, guys? This is David Chase Taylor of 911truther.org. Today is July 23rd of 2026. So, based on breaking news and events, it appears the CIA headquarters located in CERN at Lake Geneva in Switzerland has greenlit an Republic of Iran-based military offensive targeting the state of Israel on the date of Friday, July 24th of 2026, specifically to trigger an escalating wave or escalating series of events designed to trigger nuclear World War III. According to breaking news in Israel on July 23rd of 2026, the Mossad has busted an Iranian plot to assassinate Israeli politicians. And then in the United States, U.S. President Donald J. Trump stated that he is about to unleash the largest attack ever on Iran. This would be, the 24th would be, I believe, the 11th day of continuous bombing by the United States on Iran. And this is designed to all set up this retaliatory attack by Iran targeting Israel. So essentially, this is going to be like a four-step process. So Iran is going to attack Israel on the 24th of 2026 of July. Then Israel is going to attack Iran, likely carpet bombing Tehran into oblivion. Iran is then going to nuke Israel and or the United States, and then Israel and or the United States is going to nuke Iran. This is all going to happen in successive steps very, very, very quickly. So because this World War III plot has been planned for years, decades, centuries, the numerology involved with the respective parties is of course going to bear the numeric signature of the CIA in Switzerland, who is orchestrating this entire end of the world doomsday scenario. Firstly, the date of July 24th marks exactly 138 days since Mojtaba Khomeini became the supreme leader of Iran back on March 8th of 2026. March 8th equates to 3-8, which also equates to CH in the English alphabet, which is an acronym, the de facto name of Switzerland, which is Confederation Helvetica. And the date of July 24th marks exactly 38 days since Khomeini became the de facto leader of Iran. So this is CH 138. This is what's called reflective numerology. This is because Switzerland is the guiding hand behind the Islamic Republic of Iran. That is why none of the peace negotiations, none of the ceasefires, and nothing ever becomes of it, because Switzerland is sabotaging everything behind the scenes. Secondarily, the date of July 24th marks exactly 146 days since the Israeli Air Force began executing Operation Roaring Lion, which featured the assassination of Khomeini's father, Ali Khamenei, in Tehran back on February 28th of 2026. Of course, the number 146, this has the number 14 or 41, which is found in the motto of Switzerland, all for one, one for all, as well as the number 16, which is found in the 16-pointed star of the CIA logo. And it also marks 146 days since the United States Armed Forces began executing Operation Epic Fury, which is ongoing. And so obviously the same numerology applies. Also, the date of July 24th marks exactly 204 days since Guy Parmelin became president of Switzerland. So this is important because the number 24 equates to the letter X. So we have the date of July 24th, the X, 24, and then we have 204 days or 20 since Guy Parmelin became president of Switzerland. So this is XX. So when you take two X's and you put them together, it forms a hexagram, which is of course found on the Star of David, which is on the flag of Israel. And of course, Switzerland, being the first Jewish state, is going to stage an attack on the third Jewish state, known as the State of Israel. Also, the day of July 24th marks exactly 384 days since the CIA executed Operation Midnight Hammer, which was a United States Air Force-based bombing attack targeting nuclear sites in Iran back on July 5th of 2025. And of course, the number 384, this has the numerology of Switzerland, CH, 38, which equates to Confederation Helvetica, as well as the number 4, which is, of course, was formerly a cross, which is found on the flag of Switzerland. Um, It also marks the date of July 24th marks exactly 726 days since Masoud Pezeshkian became president of the Islamic Republic of Iran back on July 28th of 2014. And of course, the number 26 equates to the letter Z, which is an acronym for Zionism. So exactly how this is going to play out on the date of July 24th of 2026 is obviously not known, but I suspect that in the early morning hours, because they want it to be dark when these bombs start dropping, because it's like fireworks. You don't shoot them off in the day because you can't see the light. So what they're going to do is it's going to likely commence on the morning of July 24th of 2026. This is likely going to feature a barrage of suicide drone bombing attacks, ballistic missile strikes, cruise missile strikes, and rocket attacks targeting multiple locations in Israel. Now, there is the possibility, I believe it's like 90-10, that this is going to be a real attack by Iran targeting Israel. But there's also the possibility that Saudi Arabia or Jordan or other actors in the Middle East could stage a false flag Iranian attack on Israel. And those in Israel, civilians in Israel, would not know the difference between the two, obviously, because you don't know where the rocket came from or the missile came from. So there's the possibility that Saudi Arabia, who just signed this really ominous nuclear deal with the United States yesterday, is going to be the actor that is going to attack Israel under the guise of a false flag, because Saudi Arabia hates Iran. So what better way to get rid of Iran is for Saudi Arabia to stage a false flag attack on Israel. And coincidentally, part of the agreement, one of the contingencies in this agreement, in this impending nuclear deal between the Kingdom of Saudi Arabia and the United States, is that Saudi Arabia signs the Abraham Accords, which normalizes relations with Israel. And so this appears to be part of the deal. So whether or not it's going to be a real-world Iranian strike, like a full send, basically sending thousands of ballistic missiles, cruise missiles, and rockets into Israel as a pretext for mass casualties, and specifically to start World War III, essentially, is that it could be a false flag attack by the Kingdom of Saudi Arabia. That has been greenlit by Netanyahu. So this is a backdoor agreement to essentially to take out Iran by framing them for a catastrophic attack on Iran. And then once this attack commences, then back on May 27th of 2026, the United States Air Force delivered the first of the Boeing KC-46 Pegasus Stratotankers. They're the refueling aerial aircraft to the Israeli Air Force, and this is because this allows the Israeli Air Force to bomb Tehran without having to return to Israel. And this is key because this impending attack, a retaliatory attack on Iran, is going to be so horrific because they're going to literally burn the entire city. It's going to be like the Dresden bombing of World War II times 100, because the disdain that the Israelis and Jewish people have for Persians is off the charts. They hate them with every single fiber of their being. They refer to them as Amalek. They hate them more than possibly more than any race hates another race. And so the response by Israel, similar to the response with October 7th, is going to be times 1,000. So we saw that they killed over 100,000 people in response to the October 7th attacks, and so this is going to be absolutely insane. And then this is also going to trigger a escalating series of events, which is ultimately going to draw China and Russia into the war on behalf of Iran, because the response by Israel to this impending attack, which could be a false flag by Saudi Arabia, is going to be so egregious, and it's going to be so war crime in nature, that is going to draw Russia and China in, and then this is ultimately going to draw the United States in. So basically, Israel is going to sucker the United States into World War III in the aftermath of this attack. So obviously, this cannot be allowed to happen. It's going to go nuclear. I would assume possibly within a week or two that it's going to go. It's going to go absolutely crazy, and then World War III will likely be declared shortly thereafter or just prior. So obviously this cannot be allowed to happen. So if the CIA stages any sort of Islamic Republic of Iran-based military offensive targeting the state of Israel on the date of July 24th, Friday, obviously know that it was planned, orchestrated by the CIA in Switzerland. We have to remember that the first Bible came from Switzerland. It was called the Geneva Bible, 1599. So this plan to basically smash Israel against the Middle East has been devised by the cabal in Switzerland, in Geneva, Switzerland, for hundreds of years. So this plan is not. We're just seeing the manifestations of it now, but it's been planned with the Crusades and everything that's been leading up to this. Between Jews and Arabs, that is designed to climax with nuclear war in the Middle East, which is what Revelation 16:16 about the Battle of Armageddon in Megiddo, Israel, is all about, and that's apparently going to transpire. The beginning of it is going to commence with an attack by Iran targeting the state of Israel on July 24th of 2026. So obviously, if this particular scenario manifests itself in reality, I would kindly ask that you download this video and share it with local, state, and federal law enforcement, military, and intelligence officials, as well as with local, national, and international media outlets. Peace.